Hey, Shishi.
Hey,
OMG, Courtney. Where in the world have we been?
I feel like we haven't recorded an episode in
Since the
maybe 2
summer.
months.
Yeah, it's been a while.
2 months.
Tell us a little bit about what's been going on with you.
Life. Adulting, being a mom, going to school, going to work, just surviving the vid.
Surviving the vid. Yeah, I feel like everybody has to add that to whatever they say from now on when somebody's like, what have you been up to?
Yeah, just I'm out here.
I know. I went back to school, started for kids again. And oh my gosh, it's been such a whirlwind, to say the least.
Why?
Well, I think we all just got used to being virtual, well, those of us who were quarantined. I know everyone wasn't virtual.
Yeah.
But for, a year and a half we were, and we'd, at first it was so funny because people settled into, at first they were fighting being virtual and talking about how hard it was to teach the kids, and this is not sustainable and this sucks, but the thing that they had was the comfort of their home.
Mm-hmm.
And so, over time, teachers got used to, even, school leaders, we all got used to working from home behind a screen and having more time in the day to get things done and do some things that you like to do. And then we had to go back. And it's just a different drain on you as a human to be in person all day. You can't hide your face, or you can now with a mask, but
it doesn't seem natural, does it?
No.
I go to work, I'm like, why are we all here? Why are we here?
Yeah.
Why are we here?
Why are we here? Yeah.
We can definitely do this virtually.
I agree. Yes, exactly. Yes. So anyway, it's different being back in front of people and around them all day. I was having these not panic attacks, but many anxiety moments of this is too much. This is too much.
Yeah.
I haven't had this much interaction with this many people.
Your heart gets a beating fast, and you start breathing really, really fast. And...
Listen, I would breathe. It got so bad for me the first few weeks. I would bring a little something and leave it in the car. And as soon as I got 5 minutes away from the school, I would
pew!
Yeah.
Because it's too much.
Visit the clouds and the birds.
It's too much.
It was too much. I just don't even think I can put it into words. So kind of just reacclimating to that. And of course it wiped me out in my personal life and resting and so that's where we've been, Shiforia. I hope that you will be gracious and forgive us for our stay.
We're struggling. No, I definitely feel you. I text you. I think I had texted you the other day, and I was like, "Sorry, I can't record. I'm having a really hard time self-regulating."
I feel like everyone who's experienced quarantine in the past year and a half has had trouble regulating. So
I'm I'm dysregulated and I'm just having a little problem.
But you know what? At least you noticed it.
Yeah. And I love that our friendship, I can be honest and tell you, I'm dysregulated right now.
Girl, I know about it. So.
And no judgment.
Okay. Well, I think we should go ahead and jump into today's episode.
Oh, what are we talking about?
Why do you sound like somebody's mom off of
what are we talking about?
From what is that? The Grinch. You sound like somebody from Whoville, Cindy Lou Who's mom. The melanated version of Cindy Lou Who.
Well, when you said that you had a topic, I was excited. So I'm like, yes, girl, let's get into it.
Yes. Okay, so this is the first time we've talked about it live. We texted a little bit, but I wanted to save it for the show. Here is what happened to me this past week. I heard from an ex. Well, he's not an ex. It was an ex situationship. Let's just
An entanglement.
A what? An entanglement,
An
an entrapment. Yes, all of the above. And I'm not gonna like jump into detail, but this person, I didn't have closure with this human being. It was one of those situations where I had to make closure. And move on. I really wanted to be with this person, but they just weren't in a place to be with me.
And I remember that situationship because it was like when we would talk on the phone, it was like, are we? Aren't we?
Yeah,
we definitely are, but no, we're definitely not. It was weird.
Yeah, it was always like I just didn't know, and so I could have only handled that for so long. And I just made a decision to move on with my life, regardless of what this human, decided or didn't decided for themselves. So to hear from them was, I struggled with like whether or not I should be vulnerable on this episode and like share that I heard from someone, who caused me pain, and
hold on, let me turn my fan off. Just being honest. Sorry, guys. It's hot in here, but I hear you. I feel you guys hear that.
It's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes.
Stand by.
Okay. Standing by. She's standing by. We definitely don't want Courtney to burn up.
Okay, sorry. They're probably like, what kind of operation in Las Vegas? And I was going to keep it on the whole episode and be trifling, but I'm like, no.
Okay, look, side note, you guys, I can't even hear her fan. I'm pretty sure you guys couldn't hear either. I think she's just paranoid. So just wanted to state that.
All right. So anyways.
So yeah, this person calls me and it just was so unexpected. And like, they had their reasons for reaching out, but really, and ultimately it came down to them needing to make amends for themselves. And I think this person also wanted to like make amends with me, but I was just very conflicted because I did this already. I put this to bed. I figured out how to move forward and just like accept what is. And I'm glad you got what you needed. I'm glad you got the clearing that you needed, but I was left feeling a little like, what just happened? And why am I feeling
out the blue?
Yeah, what just happened and why am I now feeling heavy? Like, right? Like, why am I now feeling all of that again? Not the good parts, but like the part of me that was sad that it didn't work out and that I had to move on without this person. The parts of me that like questioned for so long why I wasn't enough for him. Why not me? Why is he doing things to hurt me, hurt my feelings, make me look like a fool? And the reason they actually reached out, they said that they heard one of our episodes.
Which one?
You're so funny. The one on narcissism. On narcissism.
I mean, and it's not your fault that he was feeling convicted. If you want to come pop up so you could put your little demons to rest, it's not your problem.
Hey, that's what my mama said. She said, well, it sounded like he trying to clear his tongue.
Got that old monkey on his back.
Girl. So I don't even know what I was about to say, but yes, that is what happened. And I mean, I'm grateful that that feeling of like discomfort didn't last long, but it led me to thinking about our episode today. When is it okay for an ex to reach out?
Reach out for what? What are you reaching out for?
Okay, well, I think we've got Courtney's answer.
I'm just asking, like, reaching out for what? Like, to make amends, to hey big head, or like
Like, yeah, I mean, and this part of the conversation isn't even about my experience this past week. It's just in general. It made me think about, all the exes who have reached out after they've come back down from whatever high horse they were on. Mm-hmm. And I think I can only share my experience that it has happened with every man I've ever dated, for any like extended period of time where they show back up for their own reasons, because I feel like if it's
usually to say sorry or make amends or
something
for them, like you said, self-serving.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? Is like, if it had been for me, I don't even know what that would look or feel like. Part of me thinks maybe we would have worked out if that person had truly returned for me. If I truly believe that they had returned to, I don't know, make amends or have really like done the deep work of understanding their impact on another human being, on me, So anyway, it just made me think about that question. Like, is it okay for exes to reach out?
And I think it also has, like you said, a lot to do with you. Like, have you done the work enough? Have you truly moved on enough to where if they reach out and say what they need to say, you're like, okay. And
okay.
That be that,
Okay.
I feel like if you start like going down this emotional like roller coaster, it's like, are things completely settled? Are you completely at peace with it?
Yeah. And I feel like I had to have that conversation with myself. I had to ask myself that question.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I was mad I had to ask myself that question.
Yeah.
Because to me, it was like, man, I've already done the hard work of letting it go and accepting it for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like, it was a decision this person made for themselves because they were ready to reach out for whatever, to make amends. But I still grappled with that question for days after, the conversation of like, is it okay for exes to reach out?
Why are you grappling? Like, what are you uneasy after the conversation? Are you not like just, okay, thank you?
I mean, I am now, but I think I was so caught off guard by it. I spent a little time grappling. Like, what is this? Like, what's happening right now? And we didn't leave off on bad terms, but it's just still, I had the question. I haven't spoken to you
the
in
weird
forever.
pop up, just
out
of nowhere. Like, we've already like gone our separate ways, and here you come. But I think what's really good about the narcissism series that you're getting ready to do, and that last video you just did, like the introductory video, I think that it's a lot for someone to sit with. So say that you do have another one of your exes come across that episode, you know what I mean, or the episodes to come. It's really powerful for them to really just sit with that, you know what I mean? And who knows, they might come calling to apologize, and which is cool, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a lot to sit with when you really like break it down on what it is and what the actions that they did, and like if you were a narc, how you made that other person feel, and to hear that person, really express it, that's a lot to sit with.
Yeah. And I just feel like, when I have those moments of tension, I go back to what we said we wanted this podcast to be, was a place for women to like be themselves, explore themselves, find freedom and liberation, be brave and dare to venture into the wild. And like, a lot of that is unknown. We don't know what we're going to encounter. We don't know the emotions, the highs, the lows, the people that it may stir something up in, and the impact it will have on maybe family dynamic, right? Like, there's just so many unknown variables. But the thing that I feel like I tried to leverage in that fight was staying bound by not sharing. I think so many times women go through things, and there's always this kind of hesitation to share because it's like, is this too much for my friend or the person I'm going to tell to bear? Will they judge me? Will they want to be my friend anymore, right? There's always this fear. Will Shiforia think that I'm, tripping or crazy or whatever? And I think you just have to, what I had to do was just own my truth.
Mm-hmm.
This is our podcast, and nobody's going to tell me what I can or can't talk about on here. And just as much as I think we host episodes with all kinds of like factual information and juicy gossip, like I also think a part of what we do has to be our own vulnerability with the things that we have, overcome and continue to overcome. So yeah, I definitely was a little nervous.
From other women, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I was definitely a little nervous, but a clarity just came to me, I think, since the whole thing happened. And I feel at peace with this decision. That was the thing. I try to always, when big decisions come up, I try to always operate off those two things. Is my spirit calm and at peace, or is my spirit unsettled and anxious and nervous?
And you'll know because it'll be next day, 2 days later, and you just are thinking about it. It's like something that you can just discern, like that wasn't right.
Yeah. And I think the people close to you also, because they were witnesses to what happened, they also have that same discernment. You, another close friend, and my mom all had the same discernment.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, and it aligned with mine.
Well, there you go.
Boop.
But you know what, though? I don't know if it's the discernment that I do have, or if it's like our friend vibe. Because like, remember when that situation happened this past summer and I called you and I was like, oh my gosh, about that person?
About who?
I'm not gonna put it on the podcast.
Put it in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are Zoom masters after the past year, so we will rely. Oh yes, girl.
I just put in the chat first. I didn't want to like put the person on blast, but you remember I called you like just.
Hey, let me go get some popcorn.
And I was like, I feel a little stress in my chest. You need to stay away.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. And then a week later, that whole thing happened.
Yeah.
But you knew. It's almost like, people, I don't know if people believe in guardian angels, but I don't think they have to be this like super mystic creature. They are the people God has assigned to walk through life with us, And I think part of their job is to be those blind spot indicators that we don't see.
Yeah. And it's weird because I swear it just came out of nowhere. Like wow. A real icky feeling.
Yeah.
And then boom, crazy.
Boom, crazy. Okay.
It's like a warning, like,
yeah. It just, and remember I was telling you, like, I just felt this like evil, like this very sinister or like just ill meaning. Like, I want to hurt you. I want to cause you pain in whatever way that means for me. So yes, you were spot on with that. And then your mom, remember when I was in LA and she was like, she needs to get out of there. I'm sorry, y'all. Remember? Yeah. So, but right, she's attached to you, and that hit her spirit. So yes, I co-sign the point that you just made. Amazing. Yeah. That's great. But I mean, what is your answer? What? To the question, when is it, or is it okay for an ex to reach out?
I mean, I don't think I feel like, what's the reason? Number one.
I'm so annoyed.
I don't want to say like, is it okay or is it not okay? I mean, if it's just some baloney, like just wasting my time, no, it's not okay. Because one, you're wasting my time. You're ex for a reason. What do we have to discuss now?
Why do you sound so irritated?
Because don't exes make you irritated? That's why I sound irritated.
Y'all, she
When is the best time for an ex to contact you? And I'm saying never. And you see the irritation? So you see how irritated I'm getting now.
y'all, like
Irritation.
can't even talk.
Want to make amends, want to say sorry. You should have said sorry then. Like, what do we need to talk about now?
You ain't sorry. You didn't say sorry 3 years ago. Why would you be any more sorry than you already weren't on the day that you hurt me? Like,
I mean, thanks, appreciate it.
I can't. I cannot even feel. That is crazy. But I love it. I love the annoyance with that. I do, because unless you unless you have decided that you made the biggest mistake of your life and you are coming running with a wedding ring asking me to marry you, don't reach out. Just don't. Or, I got a better one for you. If you have anything that I purchased you that was a substantial amount of money.
Did you say I purchased you?
What
did you just say?
I purchased for you. If I ever made a charitable donation to
charitable donation
to your broke ass.
Oh Lord.
The only other reason you should ever reach out to me is to return and run me my check, homeboy. Okay? Return the items and run me my money.
So say an ex bought you a diamond necklace, real diamond.
Girl, don't come
Listen,
at me. Listen,
just an example. Say an ex bought you a diamond necklace. And he said, excuse me, I'm gonna need that back. We're not together anymore. What would you do?
I would take it and throw it at him and tell him, you can have it.
You'd give it back?
I would absolutely give it back.
Yes.
Listen, here's the reason why. Somebody told, or I read it once, around like soul ties or like trying to get over people.
Oh.
They said one of the first ways that you can start the clearing is to get rid of any possessions that you have that are theirs or that they gave to you. And that means I've had to like Michael Kors watches, shoes, money, right? Just different things that I had to get rid of that they gave to me. Clothes, I don't know. Just things, materialistic things that were usually something I had because I asked for it. So it was something I really wanted. And I had to make a decision of like, do I stay attached to this person by every time I look at this, I think of them? Or every time someone compliments me on my backpack, I think of them.
Where did you get it? Oh, it was a gift.
It was a gift. Exactly. They want to know where I got it. It was, and I told this stewardess, I was on a trip. I was getting on the airplane. She goes, I love that. That's a beautiful bag. And I said, yeah, it happens to be the only good thing that came out of my relationship with my ex. And she goes, she's a little white lady. She goes, well, there's a silver lining in every cloud. I was like,
for me, it's just like, I don't want nothing from you. I don't want you to
right.
say that I took something from you. I don't want you to feel like you have something over my head.
Yep.
Or I gave her. No.
Yep. No. Exactly. Like you have no hold over me.
Yeah. You can
and
back. I can buy my own diamonds.
Exactly. And everything you bought me, I didn't go get it because I needed to give you a way to like show me appreciation. Mm-hmm. If I really wanted it, I would have gone and got it myself. Yeah. And not waited for you.
Yeah.
To get it for me, So yes, those are the only 2 times. Actually, I don't even remember the first thing I said, but the number one reason for me is to run me a check.
Yeah.
PayPal, Cash App, Apple Pay. All forms of payment are accepted.
Yeah, it just sounds like bad news, Betty. Like, no, we don't have nothing to discuss. We don't have nothing to discuss. And I mean, and if they're coming to you because they're feeling convicted, and it's an apology, great, thank you. I'm not gonna be rude, but great, thank you. God bless. That be that.
God bless.
God bless.
I can't with you. God bless.
Caught up in such foolishness. God bless you. Okay.
Cannot stop laughing. Okay, so
It's so funny. That's what it need to be. That's what we need to put in our on our. Okay, so you guys know we have a website, sheforia.net. We have a section where we're gonna be not selling. That sounds like we're peddling stuff, but we will have some merch. But that should be a shirt. Like, thank you. God bless.
Thank you. God bless.
Thank you. God bless.
Yeah. That's the best way. Kill them with kindness. Okay. Well, do we have anything else for our viewers? Again, we're so no, I'm not sorry. We are human. We took some time off. I don't apologize for that. Self-preservation is real. Self-care.
Yeah.
Self-acknowledgement.
Sometimes work. I just
crash. I just crash. I can't. I have no more energy.
But you know what? I'm finding, and I'm hitting myself in the head for this, that I'm giving my employer 110%. But my own ventures, like my marketing, like I have my test coming up, I need to study for, and all sorts of other things, I'm giving like 30%, 40%. You know what I mean? I'm not investing in myself like I said I was going to commit to do. You know what I mean? So yes. I've been doing a lot of self-reflection, and I told you I've been like stressed to the max, but
I feel like, go ahead.
No, that was it. I said that's my own doing. I'm not putting the time into myself like I should.
And be gracious and compassionate with yourself, because it's okay. The fact that you are self-aware enough to be able to reflect and know that you are not contributing to yourself nearly what you're contributing to, let's just go ahead on and call it the white man, you know, the oppressor, you know, the modern day slave master, you know.
I just want to put the time that I give to someone else into myself.
Say it, the oppressor. Say it, the oppressor.
Listen.
Listen, you ain't got to say, I'll say it for you, because at my job, we talk about race. We have the white man calling the other white man racist. Okay, so
listen, I don't want to get a knock at the door like, excuse me, Ms. Brewer, can you step into my office? Your services are no longer needed. Okay. The oppressor no longer needs you. That's what you said, right? That's what you said when you was giggling in your little podcast? That's what you said? Okay. Hey,
why do you look like HR Holly right now?
No, ma'am, not gonna get me caught up. I got bills.
Well, I am resolute in what I said. Now, I don't remember where I was going with that, but we went there.
Disclaimer, anything said on this podcast does not reflect the opinions and decisions of the company I work for.
I can't stand it.
Listen, we have when I look at our viewership and stuff, it be getting up there. You're not gonna get me caught up, okay?
I can't stand
Again, what is said on this podcast does not reflect the decisions and opinions of my employer.
You're a little we're sorry for interrupting this program.
Listen.
I can't. I'm
They call me in. Oh, you thought you was a bad girl, okay? On your little podcast.
Oh, my stomach, my ass.
I love your podcast. It's gonna be on your little podcast.
Oh. That sounds like a church.
It's all about liberation,
railing.
but we want to be smart ladies, okay?
Right.
We want to be wise.
Wise. Yes.
Well, I think that wraps it on up.
Yes.
Anything else you want to add?
Nope. I just hope that this episode is helpful to somebody, be it an ex contemplating reaching out. Don't, unless you about to run her the money or him the money. And two, just don't, because you don't know how much it took for the person you harmed to get to a place where they're good, where they're, and I think people take different, approaches to how they cope with breakups, or when folks, decide that they no longer want to be in a relationship. But regardless, you never know where that person is. And I speak that because that's always been my experience. It's been hard for me to overcome breakups.
And I think also remembering they're an ex for a reason. There's
yes.
a reason why you guys aren't together.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why you guys aren't together. And also, if you do, if it happens, an ex does reach out, check your emotions and do some self-reflection. Like, where am I at right now in my life? Am I at a place of vulnerability? Meaning I'm vulnerable right now. Someone wink at me, I'm like, ooh, you know what I mean? Just do some self-reflection. Are you a place of peace, or just be wise in your decision making if an ex reaches out. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, y'all.
God bless.
Well, if you haven't visited our site, go on and check us out, shiforia.net. Merch coming soon. I need to update my blog. Yes. What's the latest in Courtney's Corner?
Yes, I have some really yummy holiday drinks I'm going to put up there for you guys. Some coffee drinks. Because listen, I don't want you guys spending an arm and a leg on those $6 and $7 holiday drinks at Starbucks. I'm going to tell you how to order it and finesse your way into a holiday drink.
Really?
Do it under $5. Yes.
At Starbucks?
At Starbucks.
Okay,
yes,
girl.
Put the recipes up there. But also follow us on Instagram and also follow us on Facebook.
Oh, check out our YouTube channel.
And our YouTube. All right, guys.
All right. Love you.
Love you, Amina. Bye.
Bye. We're so crazy.